Jadon Sancho. We said yesterday that he was set for showdown talks with Erik ten Hag and basically the upper echelon of United's coaching, crew and everything. He had that meeting, and apparently, I will say again the way you always say it, it's after Jan Pepe Scatter. Apparently, nothing came from the meeting, and he has had enough, and he wants to leave United at the soonest time possible. So basically, in January, if he can leave, he will leave. That's what he's looking at.
Yeah, and maybe he's targeting Saudi. Because if everyone is heading to Saudi right now, I'm very sure he would also want to have a bit of the cookie jar. But as things stand at the moment, the relationship has gone sour. And like I've always said, before anything, there must have been something brewing on the ground. It's only best that for Sancho and for United, they go their separate ways. I thought the player would have left before now, possibly at the summer transfer window. That didn't happen. But if by January he decides he wants to leave, then all the best to him.
Well, do we know what? Look, I like the way you said something has been brewing on the ground. Do we know what exactly has been brewing on the ground? Because again, like you've been saying, it just felt a bit weird that the manager threw the man under the bus, and it felt a bit weird as well that the player came out and said it's not true. Do we know what it is that has really broken in that relationship between Erik ten Hag? Because they seem all chummy. I've seen a few videos where they'll be smiling and patting each other on the back on the touchline there and everything. And like I said, he allowed him go on the mountain, gave him gave him some leeway in terms of his mental issues and all of that. So where did this relationship go bad between Jadon Sancho and the manager?
One of the leeway was a strategy to just indirectly show everyone this guy is just not good enough for me. At the end of the day, you see, like I would always say, Sancho hasn't really lived up to expectations at Old Trafford. Accepted. But when talks about how it does in training and what have you begins to creep up, I just felt at some point we all have a breaking point where you would feel enough is enough, and for the player to have swiftly reacted to 𝐒𝐨𝐧𝐧𝐞𝐜𝐭𝐞𝐝 comment, it just shows that, just like Cristiano Ronaldo, it just felt enough was enough at that point. And for Sancho himself, he also needs to look at himself in the mirror. If everyone, or if aside Dortmund, even towards the end of his career at Dortmund, we realized that the form was beginning to dip. And ever since then, I just do not understand. I just do not understand. But again, maybe in the coming days, we'll begin to hear, inner stories from the dressing room about things that went down.
Triple O, there's clearly a talented player there. Where is it going wrong for Jadon Sancho? What do we know what the problem is with him? Like what he said, towards the end of his time at Dortmund, he had issues. He's not really hacked it since he's been in England, which is quite weird because that's his hometown. That's his country. He's English. He's not really hacked it since he returned to England and all of that. But like I said, there's some talent in that boy. Do we know where it's going wrong for him?
Well, I think when it comes to where it's going wrong for Jadon Sancho, I think he's lost confidence, he's lost the fire to play, he's lost the will to play as well. And we do say he went to the mountain. There's a reason for him going to that mountain. His girlfriend actually broke up with him, and love do am yama. I mean, when the on loan Chelsea goalkeeper too, Sabalaga, when he got separated from his girlfriend as well, we saw how it affected his form. It tells you how relationship can be very important to some of these players. But for Jadon Sancho, I think beyond his personality, beyond him, I think United is also the problem.
Okay.
I think United is the problem. We've seen players that before they join Manchester United, they are this good. And these are some of the things that makes United, or that made United to go bring this player. Pogba, before he joined United, was making, in fact, the season he joined United, he was in the FIFPro 11. Today we are talking about Pogba, possibly being banned for 4 years, and Pogba looking at retiring from football. For Jadon Sancho, the season he joined Manchester United, he scored 16 goals and 19 assists in 48 games. That's some good numbers. Yeah. This is what United saw to go splash 70 million on him. But since then, his first season, didn't really go well right there. He played 29 games, 8 goals and 5 assists for Manchester United in the Premier League. The season after that, in 2023, he played 26 games, 6 goals and 3 assists. Things did not really go well for him. And this season so far, we've not seen anything from Jadon Sancho. So for him, I think maybe he did not fit into the style. Maybe the Premier League is just not a good place for Jadon Sancho to thrive. That doesn't mean this is talented. He's talented, but the Premier League might just not be a very good hunting ground for him.
All right, buddy. United clearly now they have problems on the wings. they only have right wingers. They don't have left wingers.
They can go and buy chicken wings.
Also, they only have left wingers. They don't have right wingers. Actually, Anthony, he's been suspended for a while until his issues are sorted out. Jadon Sancho, clearly, no shape to play football. Yes, you might say Facundo Pellistri, you might say Garnacho and all these guys. Maybe the manager doesn't think they are, at that level to be given that sort of responsibility. Enter 𝐈𝐍𝐿. What is going on with that?
It's the talk around now. He's a free agent.
What is the appeal to United with 𝐈𝐍𝐿?
I don't know if he played under 𝐒𝐻 at Ajax. At some point, it was at Ajax.
Yes, he was.
So I'm not too sure if he did play under 𝐒𝐻, but again, there's a talent there. There's a talent in there for 𝐈𝐍𝐿. But at this point in time, I just feel 𝐒𝐻 as well needs to look inward. You mentioned Pellistri.
Yeah.
This is the player that plays for Uruguay.
Yes.
Steady.
Scored in this international window.
Starter in that particular team as well.
Scored in the last international window.
And so if 𝐒𝐻 doesn't seem as good enough, then who is good enough for 𝐒𝐻? Is it Anthony? People come and tell me Anthony defensive duties and everything. It wasn't brought in to come and play as a defender. It was brought in to get the job done in the final third. And still, I see in terms of talent, head to head, Anthony Pellistri, to me, Pellistri is a better player.
Okay.
All round better player. But again, it's a free agent.
Exactly. I was going to say
it wouldn't cost United.
low risk.
Yeah, low risk and everything. It just adds to the numbers basically because United will have a number of competitions to feature in. So it will be a good addition as well.
He's also a very direct winger,
Yeah.
so he's got eyes for goal. He's that kind of winger that when he cuts in, he wants to shoot.
Could it be? I have a feeling about this 𝐈𝐍𝐿 deal. I think it could be more of what United need.
Yeah,
I think
a blessing in disguise.
Anthony is a bit too Brazilian.
No.
No.
Is it Brazilian?
He's not. He's Brazilian.
Brazil was made in China.
Wait, hold on. Let me clarify. His own Brazilian isn't Brazilian enough, or isn't really effective. But he tries with the skills and flicks and tricks and flair and things like that.
Not successful dribbles.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't work. But I'm saying he wants to do it all the time. That's the point. Sometimes maybe you just need to run down the lines and put in a cross. And that's what 𝐈𝐍𝐿 does. He's got some technique about him. He's Dutch after all. But he's really direct. Quick. Gets down the line, tries to put in a cross.
Yeah, I think that's what United need at this point in time.
So maybe.
Because for Anthony, it delays.
That's the problem. That's what I was trying to say.
𝐒𝐍𝐻 is pretty much quick. His shot conversion rate is not one of the best, but he's very, very direct. He doesn't dilly-dally on the ball. So maybe that's just what United might need, because sometimes when they go on counter, I see Anthony doing Bessie now. Oh yeah, Bessie.
You enjoyed this video? Hit the subscribe button for more. Leave a comment and like. Thank you.